8.1 question number 10. In triangle PQR, right angle at Q. So when you look at this right triangle, you can see Q is where the 90 degrees, all right? And they've given us PR plus QR equals 25 and PQ equals 5 centimeter, all right? PQ equals 5. Determine the values of sine P, cos P and tan P. Because if you look where the theta will be, theta should be at P here. So I'm just putting it here from now onwards. Right, so what you'll notice here is that in all the other questions that we did, they used to give us two sides, but here they've only given us one side. All right, why? Because if you look here, they only say that PR plus QR, the sum of the two sides equals 25. We don't know individually how much is PR or how much is QR. Okay, so let's have a look. Given PR plus QR equals 25, so I'm going to send this QR to the right hand side. It'll become minus QR. It's up to you, right? You can even send this PR, right? But I'm sending QR to the other side. It is plus QR. If it goes to the other side, it will become minus QR. So you can see here PR equals 25 minus QR, right? PR equals 25 minus QR. Mark this as equation 1. So now somehow it feels like we know the two sides. All right, let's try to find by using the Pythagoras theorem. The square of the longest side is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides. So what is PR? PR, we already got it as 25 minus QR. Okay, so I'm writing it down here, 25 minus QR. PQ already given how much? 5, right? So 5 square, and then QR again, we don't know, right? So this becomes A minus B the whole square. All right, so what is the formula for A minus B the whole square? A square plus B square minus twice AB. All right, this formula, we are using it here now. Once it is done, you can see here plus QR square plus QR square, right? They're same. So if this plus QR goes to the right side here, it will become minus QR, right? So I can subtract this to directly from now onwards. Okay, now 25 square, what does it give me? 625. Then minus 2 is here. 2 into 25 is 50, right? So minus 50, and if you multiply with QR, you'll get minus 50 QR. And then this 5 square is what? 5 square is 25. Alright, so what are we left with after our so you can see here this 625, I'll send it to the right hand side here. Okay, you can see this plus 625, right? Which means if it goes to the other side, it will become minus 625. It was plus, now it has become minus. All right, okay, so then 25 minus 625, I'll get minus 600, and now you can divide this minus and minus. Now I'm trying to find this QR, so this 50 will go down to the denominator here, right? So 600 by 50, I can divide this 0 and 0, then 5 ones are 5, and 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So now QR, we got how much? QR equals 12 centimeter, right? So what do? We still need to find PR, right? This another side. So if you go back to your equation 1, what is your equation 1? Your equation 1 was PR equals 25 minus QR. So remember, we got QR from here, right? QR is how much? 12 centimeters. So I just have to put it here, 12. And when you subtract, you'll get 13. Now if you look here, I got all the sides. PQ was given, and QR we found on 12, and then PR also, we finally got it, all right? After substitution. So 5, 12, and 13 are the length of the three sides. Now we just have to put it here directly. Remember, P, P, and P, which means my theta is here at P. Okay, so if P is here, and this is my hypotenuse, this is my perpendicular, and then PQ is my base. So what are two sides of sine? Perpendicular by hypotenuse, right? So perpendicular is how much? Perpendicular is 12, and then hypotenuse is 13. So 12 by 13. Same thing. Cos P again. So what are two sides? Base by hypotenuse, right? Base is 5, hypotenuse is 13. So 5 by 13, and then tan P again. So what are two sides for 10? Perpendicular by base. Right? What's my perpendicular? Perpendicular is 12. Then what is the length of my base? 5. Okay, so that is how we'll get all the three.